we're going to talk about the chair video. Okay, so there's no notes in the doc or anything, but I think you actually might have been the one who pitched this concept like years ago. Was it you? Watercooled Gamer.
I think that was me.
I think it was you. Okay, so it's been years since Luke has been at Linus Tech Tips making videos, but we are finally executing on some of his best ideas that, quite honestly, the reason we never did is because, no offense, Luke, but neither you nor I had the maker chops to do them properly. We all saw what happened with the pizza PC. That was...
You guys should seriously make a V2.
We do need to do that. We're going to.
If you make an actually good one, it will be really cool.
Yes. Yours was just astonishingly bad.
It was technically worked.
It was a total misunderstanding.
Functionality-wise, it was a pass.
You completely misunderstood my pitch. I was like, look, I want it to keep the pizza warm. And then I watched this video and you've got cold pizza and you're trying to heat it. And I'm like, oh my God, nobody would do that.
But it made it warm though.
No,
so
but
that means that it would keep it warm.
Yeah, but nobody would do that. That's why they didn't get it. They didn't get it, Luke. They didn't get it.
They didn't understand the genius.
They didn't, well, because you didn't understand my genius. You made my genius look stupid. Anyway, the point is, you and I didn't have the maker chops to execute some of these ideas, and that's fine. It's okay. We can hire that. So we did, and Colin was hard at work on Water-Cooled Gamer finally. Guys, do not miss this video because, man, I can't stop gushing about it on camera during the video. And I was talking to Colin after, and I was like, yeah, can I get this in my office? And he's like, I'm like really warm because I was like shooting just now and I was like kind of running around and I just ran up the stairs and like I'm gonna sit in my chair and I'm gonna start immediately sweating, and I put it in my office anyway. I talked to him later. I'm like, it's so amazing, it's life-changing. And he's like, I thought you were just kind of hamming it up for the camera. Well, like when we were shooting, I'm like, no, this thing is every bit as good as I said it was on camera. It's so great. So
I actually want one.
Okay, no, you do.
You've already sold me.
You do.
I'm not even kidding. You've already sold me.
Like, I would pay compared to like ergonomic chairs. I mean, you and I talked about ergonomic chairs on Discord the other night. Just like, realistically, ergonomic chairs are as much marketing bullshit as gaming chairs, if we're all being honest.
You're gonna spicy some of the audience right now.
There's well-made chairs, and then there's like poorly made chairs, and everything else is pretty much marketing. So
a bunch of people with their tushes and some air-ons just got quite offended.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're asked, but maybe if you bought a better chair, then it wouldn't. So that's get wrecked. So before I would spend $1,000 or $1,500 on like an ergo chair or whatever the case may be, I would spend like I wouldn't even consider spending that kind of money on a chair. For a cooled one, like the one Colin built, I would seriously consider it. So let me talk you through. It's not like this one. It's got a foam back. So this is an Office Master OM5, which I do actually really like, but is it's a more affordable chair. It's like a few $100s as opposed to like over $1,000. So it's like a foam backed one. And what Colin did was he completely took the upholstery off. He used a laser cutter with a defocused beam. Okay, he intentionally defocused the beam so that it cut a what was it? What is this? I don't know. About a centimeter? 3 millimeter? 3 millimeter, I guess. So whatever, he cuts this channel and he goes over the path multiple times. So what happens is he eats away some of the foam to make these snaky tube channels.
Tubing routes? Yeah.
But without turning the foam crusty. So he's got this like wide laser cut, and because of the circular shape of the laser, right, it inherently cuts a little bit deeper in the center. So the tubing actually goes in there perfectly. He uses a little bit of foam safe glue to tack it in. And he's like, man, he went so far like beyond the Call of Duty on this. It's got like 4 passes on the one side, 4 passes on the other. He specifically left the spine free because A, it's not going to be making contact if you're sitting properly in your chair anyway. And B, it might not be comfortable to have your spine chilled. And then he did the same thing in the seat. So going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, there are a few things I think we could do better. And I go through it in the video, but get this. Aside from there being water-cooled tubes embedded in the foam and then put the upholstery back on, it uses thermoelectric cooling.
That's pretty cool.
Because think about it. Like, we've talked endlessly about how bad tech cooling is, right? Like,
Yeah.
Peltiers don't make a ton of sense for CPUs and graphics cards, because even though they can reach very low temperatures, you know, like minus 10 degrees looks really great on paper, what they can't handle is really high heat loads typically. And when you do have a very powerful Peltier, it's very inefficient. But a human body is only around 100 to 120 watts. So we ended up just recycling these very affordable, like this is the kind of thing where even if we productized it, you could go build your own for not very much money. So we took these aquarium chillers with 300 watt Peltiers on them. We just completely recycled them. Actually, just one of them. And you sit in it and it's like life-changing. It's life-changing.
I wonder if this would probably be a terrible idea, but I wonder if you could sell like kits.
I have no idea. It's the kind of thing, man, it'd be tough because without, like, there's definitely some things that would need to be redesigned about a chair that really had this integrated from the ground up. There actually is a chair that exists. I forget what it's called, but it looks, no offense, terrible.
I bet you could work with course. I can just fling these ideas out now because who cares? I'm not even part of it. It's fantastic.
It doesn't even matter.
I love it. Yeah. I bet you could work with like a Corsair because they have chairs, right? I'm not talking out of nowhere.
They have chairs.
And okay, maybe someone else based on that reaction, but you could probably work with someone to get the foam parts.
Right.
And then cut them. And then give the tubing, the Peltiers, everything in a kit.
Mm-hmm.
And that person buys the chair. Maybe they buy the chair without even the seats on it. And you guys could like literally finish the seats and they just put the seats there. I don't know. Or they could just like get the foam out of their seat and just insert what you had. Like you could work with a chair manufacturer to get the stuff.
Just be like,
because like a company like a Corsair, or another company that's tied at least somewhat into computer memes at all, that would blow up.
Oh yeah, I think it could be absolutely huge. Like honestly, it's one of those things we probably won't have to do anything to get this productized, because as soon as the video publishes, every chair manufacturer and their dog is going to start trying to make a water-cooled chair.
They do, because that's super cool.
Oscar Chu says, isn't this the same thing as warmers and chillers in high-end cars? No. So high-end cars use the HVAC system that's built into your vehicle, and they actually use refrigerated air, and they blow that through the chair. So same basic idea, but because you don't have a forced air HVAC system like strapped to your butt, it would not be practical to do it that way. A Peltier has the advantage of operating nearly silently. It's just the cooling fan for it. And also being small. So you can actually strap it realistically to a chair, which is something that unless you're Adam Savage, you're probably not going to build into, something that, fits onto your body.
Yeah. Someone in chat said, yeah, but you have to have a cable running off your chair. I think that's an extremely small price to pay. And especially with like proper cable management, it's not going to be a problem.
How often do you need to move your chair like that much?
Especially, yeah, exactly. You're going to scoot back, you're going to scoot in. That's like pretty much it.
Yeah, like if you have to play like chair racing, then maybe you should grow up.
Or just use a different, cheaper, worse chair.
Yeah.
Chair racing's fantastic.
Get wrecked.
You literally have a video of chair racing.
Yeah, I know.